ASMR reading of every pop culture reference in Ernest Cline's Ready Player One. Let's begin. Cornflakes, the Zapruder film, Space Invaders, Dancing with Himself, MTV Oingo Boingo, Dead Man's Party, John Hughes, Heathers, Winona Ryder, Christian Slater, The Muppet Show, Zenith Television, Atari 2600, Adventure, Apple IIe, Commodore 64, Atari 800 XL, DRS Color Computer, Dungeon Master's Guide, Dungeons and Dragons, Galaga, Defender, Asteroids, Robotron, Save the Last Human Family, Family Ties, The Amazing Spider-Man, The X-Men, Green Lantern, Peter Parker, Clark Kent, Sesame Street, Muppets. Family Ties, VW Microbus, Cosmos, Donkey Kong, Burger Time, Atari 2600, Jedi, Lightsaber, Pitfall, Spider-Man, Batcave, Fortress of Solitude, Fruit Rocks, Star Trek, Princess Leia, Monty Python, Blaster Pistol, Holy Grail, Time Magazine, Holy Grail, T-1000, Pre-Internet Dial-Up Bulletin Board System, The John Hughes Blues, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Some Kind of Wonderful, The Breakfast Club, Weird Science, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, A Large Suburban Rec Room circa the late 1980s, Vintage RCA Television, Betamax VCR, Laserdisc, Dragon Magazine, Vulcans, The Wild Boys by Duran Duran, Contra, Golden Axe, Heavy Barrel, Smash TV, Ikari Warriors, Gygax, Tron, Deadly Discs, Intellivision, Starlog, Rutger Hauer, Lady Hawk, Ewoks, The Battle for Endor, Star Wars, Caravan of Courage, Astro Smash, Lady Hawk, Howard the Duck, Cruel, Synthesizers, The Alan Parsons Project, Highlander 2, Lady Hawk, Roy Batty, Ferris Bueller, Professor Falcon, War Games, John Wood, Matthew Broderick, Richard Donner, The Goonies, Superman the Movie, Spielberg, Legend, bonus ASMR. Oh, so I'm a pussy. You're the one with the Ewok fetish. That's in the book. Starlog, Revenge of the Jedi, Endorians, Kobolds, Greyhawk, Copper Pieces, Atari 2600, Sword Quest, Earthworld, Fireworld, Waterworld, Airworld, Atari, Talisman of Penultimate Truth, Spaced, Fantastic Voyage, TIE Fighters, Vipers from Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars, Star Trek, Rubik's Cube, Star Wars, Star Trek, Rubik's Cube, Indiana Jones, Gygax, Garriott, Gates, Dungeons and Dragons Player's Handbook, Basic, TRS-80 Color Computer, Commodore 64, Dungeons and Dragons, 5 1/4 inch floppy disks, Atari 800 XL, Apple II, Commodore 64, DeLoreans, Back to the Future, Star Wars. War Games, Ghostbusters, Real Genius, Better Off Dead, Revenge of the Nerds, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, The Matrix, Mad Max, Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Cameron, Gilliam, Jackson, Fincher, Kubrick, Lucas, Spielberg, Del Toro, Tarantino, Kevin Smith, Monty Python, Holy Grail, The Greatest American Hero, Airwolf, The A-Team, Knight Rider, Misfits of Science, The Muppet Show, The Simpsons, Star Trek, TOS, TNG, DS9, Voyager, Enterprise, Phasers Locked on Target, GoBot, Transformer, Land of the Lost, Thundar the Barbarian, He-Man, Schoolhouse Rock, G.I. Joe, Knowing is Half the Battle, H.R. Pufnstuf, Godzilla, Gamera, Star Blazers, The Space Giants, G-Force, Go Speed Racer Go, Bill Hicks, The Police, Journey, R.E.M., The Clash, They Might Be Giants, Devo. Bonus ASMR number 2. I had a serious, cute, geeky girls playing ukuleles fetish that I can neither explain nor defend. That is also in the book. Van Halen, Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, Pink Floyd, Midnight Oil, Beds Are Burning. Jeopardy, Akalabeth, Saxon, Defender. Dungeons & Dragons, Tomb of Horrors, Dungeons & Dragons, GURPS, Champions, Car Wars, Rollmaster, Tomb of Horrors. Gygax, Gary Gygax. D&D. Schoolhouse Rock, to run, to go, to get, to give, verb, you're what's happening. D&D, Tomb of Horrors. Tomb of Horrors, Tomb of Horrors, D&D, Dungeons & Dragons, Tomb of Horrors. Quidditch. Doctor Who's TARDIS. Ladyhawk, Spaced, Tomb of Horrors, Tomb of Horrors. D&D, D&D, Tomb of Horrors, Tomb of Horrors. D&D, Huck, the Slayer, the Beastmaster. Excalibur, Tomb of Horrors. Super Friends, Joust, Williams Electronics, 1982. Joust, Joust, Street Fighter, Joust. Williams Electronics, Heavy Metal Magazine, Dragon Magazine, Joust. John Williams, Star Wars, Prince Leia, Dungeons & Dragons, TRS-80, Tandy, Radio Shack, TRS-80, 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 Color Computer 2, J.R.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings, Tolkien, Dungeons of Dagerath, TRS-80, Dungeons of Dagerath, Dungeons of Dagerath, TRS-80, TRS-80. Road Warrior, Ray-Ban, Tomb of Horrors, Joust, Joust, Howard Jones, Joust, Real Genius, Kenner Star Wars action figure, Atari 2600, Adventure, Joust, Joust, Rain Man, Miss Pac-Man, Burger Time, Smurfs, Joust, Joust, 1980s phone booth, Greyhound bus station, giant ozone depleting hairdo, Walkman, members only, Rubik's Cube, mohawked punk rocker, Riptide, coin operated television, Footloose, John Cougar Mellencamp, Trans Am, Dodge Omnis, IROC Z28s, K-Cars, Ford sedans, simulated wood grain paneling, burnt orange carpet, disco-era yard sales, Kmart, floral pantsuit, Asteroids t-shirt, Zenith television, Atari 2600, simulated wood grain, Atari's plastic casing, simulated wood grain, Atari, combat Space Invaders, Pitfall, Kaboom, Star Raiders, The Empire Strikes Back, Star Master, Yar's Revenge, E.T., Adventure, Atari. Adventure, Real Genius, War Games, Tron, Pink Floyd, Devo, Rush, Dungeons & Dragons, TRS-80 Color Computer, TRS-80 Basic, TRS-80, Rucka 2, Bedlam, Pyramid, Madness and the Minotaur, Dungeons of Dagerath, TRS-80, Dungeons of Dagerath, TRS-80, Dungeons of Dagerath, Conan the Barbarian, Dungeons of Dagerath, Conan the Barbarian, Lady Hawk, War Games, My God, It's Full of Stars, also Sprague Zarathustra by Richard Strauss, Galaga, Dig Dug, Zaxxon, Galaga, Matthew Broderick, Ferris Bueller, Lady Hawk, Matthew Broderick, War Games, Video Fever by the Beepers, War Games, Digital Watch, Galaga, Matthew Broderick, Galaga, War Games. Galaga, Dig Dug, War Games, Real Genius, Better Off Dead, Broderick. War Games, Matthew Broderick, War Games. 1982, Ford Thunderbird, Tom Cruise, Risky Business. War Games. The Dark Crystal, Monty Python, Dungeons and Dragons. D&D character. Bonus ASMR. The author writes Dungeons and Dragons. Also Dungeons ampersand. There's like D ampersand D, but also D and D. Why are you writing it 3 different ways? That's infuriating. Okay. FidoNet. Tomb of Horrors. D and D. Tomb of Horrors. Ali Sheedy. Clark Kent. Peter Parker. Tomb of Horrors. Captain Kangaroo. Captain America. Captain Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. Revenge of the Nerds. Aquafresh toothpaste. YouTube, Phantasm. Oh, where's all these references, dude? It's a lot of pages without any references. RCA Television, 80s Decor. Joust, Tomb of Horrors. Joust, War Games, Tomb of Horrors. Wonder Twins activating their powers. Joust, War Games, Tomb of Horrors, D&D module. Joust, Tomb of Horrors. SNL. Highlander. Goondocks, Goonies, Martha Plimpton, Sean Astin. The Space Giants, Maguma Taishi, The Space Giants, 80s cereal commercials, John Draper, Captain Crunch, Addams Family, Evil Dead, Tyler Durden, Fight Club, Tatooine. Whiz Kids, Simon and Simon, We Can Dance If We Want To, Ancient Vinyl Records, Silver Turntables, Don't Panic. Peter Weller, Buckaroo Banzai, White Adidas. Neuromancer, Flying DeLorean, Back to the Future, DeLorean, Onboard Computer Named Kit, Knight Rider, Ghostbusters, Ecto-88, Mad Max, Superman, R2-D2, New Vader's Blue Monday, Star Wars, Klingon, Union of the Snake, Duran Duran, 1983. Glenn Moraine, Connor McLeod, R2-D2, Star Trek, Star Trek The Next Generation, Rebel Yell by Billy Idol, Travolta, Plastic Man, Lava Lamp, Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi Lauper, James Brown is Dead by LA Style. Atomic by Blondie. Wake Me Up Before You Go Go by Wham. Max Headroom. Go commercials. Max Headroom, Matt Frewer, Aaron Gray of Buck Rogers and Silver Spoons fame, Wilma Deering, Majel Barrett. A Million Miles Away by the Plimsolls, Everywhere at Once, Change by John Waite from the Vision Quest soundtrack. No one in the world ever gets what they want, and that is beautiful. Falco, the Austrian rap star, Titanic, Cory Doctorow, Will Wheaton, Kikaider, Kaiju, Tokusatsu, Spectre Man, the Space Giants, Supeda Man, Riptide, Misfits of Science, Gamera, Silver Spoons, Square Pegs, Electra Woman, Dinah Girl, Isis, Wonder Woman, In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel. WWF, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Godzilla. Or a Man, Urdara Man. I don't know how to pronounce that one. John Draper, Captain Crunch, Woz, Mitnick, Star Trek, X-Wing, DeLorean, Vonnegut, Serenity, Firefly, Whedonverse, Vector graphic games of the late 70s and early 80s, Death Star from Atari's 1983 Star Wars arcade game, 1981 game Battlezone, Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard off their Hysteria album. Tennis for Two, William Higginbottom in 1958, Space War. 80s Pizza Parlor and Video Arcade. Donkey Kong, Bryan Adams, Defender, Robotron, Galaga, Dig Dug, Inky, Blinky, Pinky, Clyde, Toru Iwatani, Pac-Man cartoon series, Pac-Man cereal, Waka 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 Waka, Dungeons of Daggerath, Dokkan, Pac-Man Fever, Zork, DRS-80 Model 3, Mud, Colossal Cave, Fruit Loops, Honeycombs, Lucky Charms, Count Chocula, Quisp, Frosted Flakes, Captain Crunch. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Play-Doh, Kurosawa, Bebop, Cowboy Bebop, Family Ties, Ultraman, Lightsabers, Blade Runner, Harrison Ford, Philip K. Dick, John Woo, Chow Yun Fat, Hardboiled, The Killer, Eldon Tyrell, Sean Young, Gigantor, Transor Z, Iron Giant, Jet Jaguar, Giant Robo from Johnny's Go and his Flying Robot, Mouse and Gundam anime series, Subeda-man, Spider-Man. Rush, Neil Peart, Alex Lifeson, Geddy Lee. 2112. 1974 Gibson Les Paul. John Borman's film Excalibur. Dungeons and Dragons. Explorers, 1985, directed by Joe Dante. Oreos. Tommy Q. Tommy Q. Cliff's Notes. Jack Burton in Big Trouble in Little China. Band-Aids. Elvish, Klingon, Schoolhouse Rock. 3 is a Magic Number, music and lyrics by Bob Doro. Rush 2112. Quake, Joust. Rivendell, Lord of the Rings. Commodore 64. X-Wing, Subeda-man. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap by AC/DC. Transor Z, Mazinger Z. Minerva X, RX-78 Gundam mech from the original Mobile Suit Gundam series. Brave Raideen. Mecha Godzilla, Voltron, Robotech, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Supply Droids, Johnny 5, Short Circuit. Voltron, Red Dawn, Minerva X's Giant Metal Breasts. Mechagodzilla, Ultraman, Frisbee, Schoolhouse Rock, Wile E. Coyote in the old Roadrunner cartoons, Pac-Man, Archide, Pac-Man, Ultraman, Twilight Zone, Qbert, Gorf, Tempest, Subdivisions by Rush. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, War Games. PDP-1, Altair 8800, IMSAI 8080, Apple I, Apple II, Atari 2600, Commodore PET, Intellivision TRS-80, Atari 400 and 800, ColecoVision TI-99 for Sinclair ZX80, Commodore 64, various Nintendo and Sega game systems, the entire lineage of Macs and PCs, PlayStations, Xboxes. Atari 2600, 1977 Zenith Color TV, IMSAI 8080, War Games, D&D Character Adventure, Space Invaders, Adventure. That concludes this ASMR reading